All right. Hey guys, how you doing? I am Jay Davis and welcome to another episode of Checking In with Rolling Out. Today we have an amazing guest, someone that I was able to bring back from my hometown, Chicago. A very awesome guy, got a lot of great things going on. So without further ado, we're gonna bring him up. Everybody, please welcome Mr. Shake. Shake, you here
Hey,
with us?
rolling out. What's happening?
What's going on?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. You out in LA, huh?
Yeah, I'm in LA right now. I'm at my house out here.
Yeah.
Chilling.
What's going on out there? Y'all shut down?
Yeah, we just shut down yesterday. I closed my last deal for the year yesterday, actually. And
Man, okay, cool.
chilling
But
out a couple of days, and then I'm going to Chicago.
yeah. I'm out here in Atlanta, so Atlanta open. I don't know what's going on,
Hey,
but
LA is definitely not.
man, yeah, it's completely different. Completely different. But man, yeah, man, I'm excited to have you here with me today, speaking with us. Few people may not know who you are, so I wanted to bring you on this platform because I already known about a lot of the great stuff you got going on, even before the conversation we had, and I know the other stuff, and I'm like, I'm so excited about that, man. It's crazy. But for our viewers that don't know who Chitown Shake is, can you please just update us about who you are, sir?
um, I'm just a young black entrepreneur from South Side of Chicago. Like I just try to put an imprint on the city, in positive ways, help people move their life forward as well as me moving mine. So I got a lot of things going on right now. I have a management company called Aggressive Management Group, and I partner with Sal and Co, uh, which is one of the premier management companies in the world. And we've been working like crazy. The first artist I signed over there was Bump, and then I got Top Money, Chase Davis, Dreezy, and I just had my cousin Tone Capone. He has a daughter. Her name is T Marie, and she's a superstar. So we've been working, and it's a Silent Co is like a great place to be right now, like period. But we've been really, really working. It wasn't something that was just new, Like me and Sal came in the game together 20 years ago. Like it's my guy, my brother, So he was in position to, make sure everybody was in position. That's what type of guy he is. But it's a great company. We have a team. We don't have managers. We have management teams, and that's the philosophy of the company.
So,
As Sal would say, manager manage Walmart. Management teams is what we do. You know.
absolutely. So you've been managing for a while though, right? You was
Yeah,
managing. You mentioned Bump J.
yeah. I
Okay.
manage Parquet, Slide, Brain Hustle. I've been managing guys for some years, but like right now, it's just been like, I had stepped back for a minute, to just, recenter myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I just had to find, I just stepped back and I started doing other things. When my brother got locked up, I started, uh, I started making clothes. I went with Jay Boogie, flagged me down on the street one day and was like, "Yo, I love what you're doing. I got a new shop we opening up out here, and here go a key. Do your thing." And
Mm,
it was cracking from there. And I just
just like
started
that.
like,
Wow.
yeah.
So
That's
I was gonna ask you that because I see that you have your clothing line, high end,
yeah,
the clothing line, and I seen something before called One Accord. So it was
yeah.
like it was bringing something together. Then, like, what's going on with that?
So One Accord Apparel Group is a group. It started by the OG J Boogie, and it's Jay, uh, Dante from the fashion firm, Zoe from Fashion Geek, Dave Jeff from Fly, and myself. And Jay, 20 plus years in the game, is nobody better to learn from, and you look at it like this: the head of Louis Vuitton fashion for men, Virgil, comes from Jay Boogie. This is where he started at. So
Hmm.
this is it's an incubator for people who want to learn design, learn how to make cut and sew, and anything you want to learn. Boogie's hands on, and the whole everybody is like I learned something from every one of them, you know. And I always say that like I learned the hustle that you can't take away from me. I don't have to be in a shop every day to do it, but if I want to make a leather jacket, I can go to the fabric store, give me some leather, give me some scissors and a pattern, and I can cut me my own jacket. You can't.
Hmm.
That's a hustle. You can't. You know, can't even put a price on that. You know.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
so is this the actual thing that you guys have? This conglomerate of fashion designers, and so someone can be involved with you guys, or is it something that you
But
just?
Jay actually handpicks who you know who he lets in. He's guarded like that because I say a lot of years in the game. He's seen it all and he kind of handpicks who he wants involved. So it's not like you can just fill out an application.
Hmm.
But believe me, everybody wants to get in there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So it's like, from what I've seen and what I know, like you are for real about like bringing your city together. You're been involved in different things, but even just you know on a famous clubhouse right now, just listening in at the conversations that you're involved in, man, you drop so many gems and jewels, and it's like you have such this humble passion about the city, and even from what you have going on in the music and the fashion, it's like you're actually walking out what you say you want to do. That's dope. Is there any other things that you have coming up that kind of does that more, or anybody else you've been reaching out to?
Yeah, I've been actually like I'm I'm not gonna say I've been meeting a lot of people and a lot of people seeing what I'm trying to do. And like Sal, he was one of those people he saw what I'm trying to do, and he wanted to get behind it full force. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Chicago, I'm from the gutter, and I've been in the streets for a long time and all that. But I always feel like if we give back, like no matter what you're doing, if you give back and you can reach each one, teach one, our city will become stronger. If everybody started networking and everybody stopped talking about how much hate it is in the city and started talking about how much love we showing with each other, then that will be put out there more than, oh, they just be hating.
Hmm.
I hate to hear that. And it's a few young guys, they got real heads on their shoulders, that's really trying to change what they're doing, and I always encourage them. They call me for advice. I listen. I talk. Like me, I'm a listener. Sometimes some people want to vent. They don't necessarily need you to give your opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
I found that at a young age, I will always listen more than I talk. So, but when you ask me for the knowledge, I'm gonna give it to you. Especially if I have it. But if what I don't know, I go find out, and I'll tell you I don't know. Or
Right.
I put you in touch with someone who knows. So I feel like that if we keep paying it forward like that, our city becomes stronger, and we can have that industry that New York has, Atlanta, LA, Houston, or Texas. Period. Like all these other markets have. We don't have that same thing. We don't have the buildings with the labels here. You know what I mean? We
Hmm.
don't have a Fairfax in Chicago. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
And we have some of the literally we run fashion right now. Chicago runs fashion. We
Right.
are we say what's hot. Like
Yes.
literally, we top to bottom shoes. Like some of my friends have shoes. It still trip me out to this day. You know what I'm saying? That they line up down the street for it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes. Yes.
Don Ski, Ye, like these dudes got shoes. They lining up. Virgil, like man, Joe Fresh Goods, man, Tony Turnup, Big
Man.
Lloyd, guy, like Corey leaders, like like these brands are, these are all friends of mine, and there's no beef amongst us. Like I picked up the phone a couple weeks ago and called Joe Fresh Goods about some, doing some of my artists, and everybody was like, man, Joe don't be doing this, and Joe don't be doing that, and I don't listen to that. I called Joe, hey, Shake, what's up? Let's do it. Like no problem, but that's my guy like that. So and it's always been nothing but love between us. So like I say, if I can give you minus the money, right? If you say you're doing rolling out, and I need a contact at Vogue, and I got a contact at Vogue. What does it hurt me to give you the contact for Vogue?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I live my life. Like, it doesn't hurt me anything, but it helps you. So down the line, you might be like, damn, Shake looked out, started this right here, all this right here started from here, but hey, he might come back, or even if he don't, hey, look, I got something I think you might like. That right there creates a snowball effect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need to do more of. Everybody likes to hold things to their chest and just for them, you know, don't get bigger than me. And I've never been like that. I grew up with some real ones, and you know, I was really groomed by some real, you know, stand-up people.
Yeah, yeah, and that's definitely necessary. Do you think I was having a conversation yesterday. A lot of times in Chicago, it's like because we all have so much talent and creativity that we all kind of doing our own thing. So then when we come and say support me, it's like, man, I'm doing this, you know, support me. And it's like, how do we figure out how to make it happen? Because I do hear a lot of people saying like, we just need one thing. And I said, well, being such an egotistical city, who's the one? How do we choose it? Who do we, you know, go over, you know, and say, yeah, you the one, and we gonna follow your lead, and you lead us in the shot. How do we do this? In
You
your
know,
opinion?
I don't think it can happen with just one person, because you have everybody. A lot of people are doing a lot of things, like I said, and that's the premises of one accord. You know what I mean? We're all on one accord. I got 3, 4 other guys in here that's doing. We all making clothes, right? And maybe I'm the newest one to them, but at the same time, it didn't stop them from helping me. And that's all it takes. Zoe do something, I support him. Dave do something, I support him. Dante do something, I support him. Boogie do something, I support him, you know. And it's like Joe Fresh Goods and leaders and everyone else too. Like, I support everybody, like, but because it's enough money for everybody to win, you know.
Right.
But it's the fact of we have to share our resources and not think that this person's gonna get bigger than me, or I'm better than that person, or anything like that. Like, you know, it's a lot of money out here to get, you know, and at the end of the day, I don't chase money, you know. Like, money will come,
Yes.
but I pride myself on respect. I respect the person in front of me, man or woman. I expect to receive that same respect back. And I'm a loyal guy, like sometimes to a fault, you know.
So I wanna ask you a question too. At one point in time, I remember having conversations when we would talk about artists coming out of Chicago, because you know we got a lot of artists over the years that have come from
Yeah.
Chicago. And then in the rap game, I was talking to someone, and we were trying to figure out who represents Chicago that was a rapper. And at that time, we was like Bump, right? He
Yeah.
represents the epitome of a Chicago dude. And it's interesting because that conversation came up again, and this time it was Ty Money, both of your artists. So man, I kind of want to get into this. And then you say you got Dreezy, like you have a lineup that feels like the Bulls, you know,
Yeah.
Bulls in the '90s, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm excited for you, man. Like, so tell me about that. How did it happen that you know, kind of got back in the situation to have one of the dopest artists on your roster?
So with Ty, well, Ty comes from what I would call rap music royalty. Marvo is Ty's cousin, right?
Shout out
So
Marvo.
I was yeah, so I was actually at the shop making clothes with Boogie one day, and I was in the other room, and I just kept hearing this music playing, and I'm finding myself in there just like this, like, damn. I finally just got up and was like, man, who is this? Marvo like, that's my little cousin, like Ty Money. And from that point, I was on Ty Money. I went and found everything he ever did. I listened to everything he ever did. He reminded me so much of Bump, because it's like the things he does, people can't do. You know, like it's like he can do what they do, but they can't do what he does. You know, and he was just so dope, and I felt like he just never got a shot. So we cultivated a relationship over the years. You know, it just didn't happen overnight. Like, we cultivated a relationship over the years, just seeing each other, hollering, talking, you know, just reaching out. And finally, you know, he had called me one day, and some record label people had reached out to him, and, you know, and he's like, man, bro, these labels all reaching out to me, everybody's me, and you know, it's like everybody name drops you when I talk to him. You know, he's like, man, you know what? I'm calling bro. And he called me one day, and then we just talked, and I told him, I said, you know, I was just 100 with him. I was like, man, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you, if you can hold on 1 second, I got to play for you, you know? And he was like, fuck that, I'm waiting on you. And he waited until I got my situation in order. And then, you know, he was the first artist I signed there outside of Bump when I first got my situation there. He's the first artist I signed. He's a super dope artist, and like he's gonna be one of the go to the game. Like his content is, you know, it's crazy because he can actually rap. Like, he's just not talking about nothing. He tells you a story, and it was like this how I felt listening to the music. It was like I was visualizing. It was like he was painting a picture so beautiful that I could see it. Yeah. I could see the music, and when somebody does that, like it's like, you know, whatever I was gonna help him with, I was gonna help him with regardless. You know, us doing business was a bonus, but he showed me who he was by doing that, though. You know, he could have easily ran to any label, you know, and he didn't. He was like, I'll wait for you, you know, and we got down. So we did his first project. We recorded the full project. Cardo Got Wings did the whole project, and Cardo does a lot of stuff with Drake. He did God's Plan. So like it's a huge project. We just shot the video for it a couple weeks ago. We dropping his album at the top of the year. Then he finished another project with Zaytoven, a full project. Zaytoven did all the music, and Ty just went crazy. And I actually just reached out, and Virgil loves Ty Money, you know. So they were communicating through Instagram or whatever, you know. I reached out to Virgil. I'm like, what up, bro? You know, I need you in on this. Like, man, would you like to do the artwork for Ty Money's album with Zay? He was like, absolutely, let's get it. And he was like, man, let's go over ideas, and we'll get it done. So we got Virgil doing the artwork, Zay doing the beats, and Ty spitting, and it's hard.
That's gonna be huge. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man, that's dope, man. So go ahead.
No, I just found myself like I can't. Every artist isn't for me, and I don't chase every artist, you know. So I feel like I like to mess with people I feel are the best at what they do, and he's the best at what he does, you know, within his bracket, you know, and he doesn't compromise himself, his morals, all that. He you know, he's a real sharp guy. Like, he's real sharp, and I like that. You know, any artist that's like that, I like that.
Yeah, man, Ty gonna do some big things, man. I've been seeing it, and now to know y'all together, it's like, okay, let's do it. So, and you signed Dreezy too, right?
Yeah, actually, it was crazy because I love Dreezy. Like, I've been following Dreezy her whole career. Like, I'm a fan of hers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, my sister is probably like her biggest fan. Got songs from Dreezy singing. She'll play all type of stuff. Dreezy. So she's like, there's no female in the game touching Dreezy. None of them can rap better than her. That's for one. You know, and Dreezy was just in a situation where, you know, she was signed to a label, all that, and, you know, she felt like she needed a fresh start. I ran into her one day. I was out here in LA, and I was at a friend of mine, Maika, and I was at Maika's house for a birthday party, and Dreezy was there, and I ran into her, and I'm like, man, you know, what's the situation? Oh, I don't have no man. We got talking. She was already talking with one of my partners. His name is Gordon Dillard. He works at Silent Co with us also. He also manages Doja Cat. So they were having a conversation, and, you know, me and him, I called him, like, that was a Saturday. I called him Monday morning, and he was like, yo, let's get it, you know, and we've been full throttle ever since with Dreezy. And she was just, you know, Dreezy easy to work with. And I told them, like, first came in, I was like, yo, I've invested into it. personal to me with her. You know what I mean? I want to see her win. You know, she's a young girl from the South Chicago who's telling the story of a young South Side of Chicago girl. You know, and it's not about, no disrespect to nobody, but it's not about WAP. It's not about telling, you know, all this stuff, this other stuff that's going on. No, she giving to you from a different perspective, and she's doing it so lyrically that she can compete with the guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Breezy is
the
the
guy get on the street, you better watch your head coming for it. Like, in her new album, we felt like, you know, instead of working with a lot of people, we worked with one. So her album was produced by Hit Boy, who's producer of the year this year, one of the producers of the year this year. He's having an amazing year. You know, I'm really proud of him. You know, like, he's really going crazy. But we brought it to him, and he was like, "Let's get it." And we went right in. Like, it wasn't even no hesitation. So they recorded an amazing album, and we're just wrapping it up right now, actually, and she'll be dropping the first quarter. But you know, once we brought in, she you know, Dree's the real Southside shy. You know, she's confident because, you know, she has a vision that she wants to see, and all we do is help her with that. You know, so we're really excited about her right now this year. So it's gonna be crazy year.
Man, y'all got a crazy lineup. So I know 2021 is gonna be bananas. Like, anything you could tell us that is definitely coming, we could be looking for with your artists?
Yeah, and I want to forget either. I want to forget that Chase Davis is a producer that we brought out. Like, we brought in the game, you know, in Goon Squad camp. Like, he was a young cat making beats. We brought him to. Yeah, he's from Chicago. Like, he's all over Herb's album. Chase has done so many things with so many artists. Like, he's an amazing producer, and he's working. You know? So we signed him over here at Silent Co. And we have really, like, high hopes for him. And, you know, his production, his skill level is, you know, it's crazy. And, like, his knowledge of, you know, music is crazy. But he's doing some crazy stuff, and we're gonna really, like, 2021 be the year for him also. But yeah, first quarter we dropping Ty's new album. It's called Money Got Wings with Cardo, and accompanying video is a mini movie, actually. So we did something different. You know, like, I can't wait for people to see it and, you know, get a reaction from it and what it is. And then also we also dropping Dreezy. Dreezy's project also is coming in the first quarter also, and her and Hit Boy. So it's gonna be crazy. Like, this all back to back. Like, you know, we really want to start the year out, you know, smashing. You know, like, and everybody with their thinking caps on. The whole team's behind it, and everyone's excited over here about this.
Dope, man. So tell me a little bit about High End. What you have going on with that?
So it's a brand I created while my brother was locked up, actually, and it was with a friend of mine who's also locked up, and you know, I hate saying it, like, my guy's locked up, like, he's locked up, but a friend of mine, we were sitting back having a conversation, and I had some other brands. I had worked as a brand with Eddie Curry. I used to play for the Bulls. Gay champion Eddie Curry, he played for the Miami Heat also, but we had a brand called Zoo High. And I was working the brand. We created, like, he came in, he had the brand on a piece of paper, and we took it from that piece of paper to showing at the Magic Show. You know, we had a full line of everything, like a full line, you know, and we had offers to buy, like, people wanted to buy into the company. I don't want to say no names, but we had, you know, big people ready to buy, and things didn't work out, you know. So Eddie kind of dissolved the line for a while. He still has it, but we dissolved the line, and I just moved on to doing other things, and then came up with the line High End, just talking with my guy, and it was like, he a real high fashion dude. Like, he's, you know, like, man, I'm talking about, this dude has Louis Vuitton shoes from the floor to the ceiling, all the way across the wall. He has a wall of Louis Vuitton shoes, literally, no bullshit. So I would just sit there and we would talk to him. He was on house arrest at the time. So I would go over his house and we would just sit and talk. And then, you know, I was just telling him what I wanted to do and what I was trying to do. And he was like, you know, he really encouraged me to do it. Like he's a real cool dude. He's well known around the city, but he's a real low key guy. But he loved the idea, and it was just like, all right, cool. I just picked it up and I ran with it, and I came up with it, and then like with the help of Jay, Dante, Zoe, all of them helped me. Emery is my guy. Like Emery, actually, it's a crazy story. The high end, when I first showed it to Emery, which Emery's from Jay-Z's best friend Emery is my guy. That's my brother. But when I first showed him the high end logo, he was like, "Man, I love it. Put stars in the top of the E." And I went back in the room and did it in 2 minutes. Like I do all artwork and everything myself. I go back in, boom, boom, I changed it out and came back. And I had it printed on the shirt. By the time I came back out, I had it on the shirt, like showing. He like, "That's it right there. Oh, that's hard. That's hard." And that brand was born. And now it's just like I'm focused, and I'm really focused, like, because you have other people. I have other people depending on me, for their careers, for their life. My son, I have an older son. Also, he raps. His name is Max Wonders. He's a super, super dope artist, and I respect the kid so much that I'm in music. My son does music. I don't do anything with him as far as music, like with his career. He's so independent that he wants to do it himself, and it just shows me, like he wants it, and he don't want to be able to say, "Oh, my uncle or my dad did this." Mm-hmm. He did it on his own. Touring, he didn't tour with some of the biggest names. Like I'm looking at my son crowd surfing 23,000 people out there. Mm-hmm. He out there got a rock crowd surfing. That just made me feel good, and he's doing it his way. Like he's super dope. Like he's super dope. Like, and he's not a rapper. He can rap, and
Say his name again. Like, what's his name?
His name is Max Wonders.
Max Wonders. All right, we're gonna check him out.
Yeah. Super dope. And everybody should check him out because it's something different. But when I tell you, he coming from people's head, he can rap, like he really can rap. And I'm just not saying it because it's my son, because I actually have to listen sometimes and be like, "Damn, that's my son."
I know that.
Good. Like, but I don't ask him. I don't do any of that. He handles his own music career, and he's doing a great job at it. He's selling his merch. He has his website together. He drops music when he wants. He isn't pressured, and he'll have a long career doing this. Like seriously. And also Parquet, that's another one of artists and management. He's coming out the first quarter. Also, his album is called American Greed, and it's a really special album. Like he really put this album together. It sounds incredible. It really sounds incredible with the visuals and everything like that. He's gonna win with it. I'm loving it. But yeah, that's what's going on.
Your name holds weight, man. I know you've done a lot of things for people, a lot of things you haven't even spoke on. Just help people career. So again, I just really believe that everything that's amazing that's coming your way, it's just like it's due time for you. And the sky, is not even the limit. So, I would love to keep up with you and, be able to do this again and see what other stuff we're going to have going on at that point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that you get all the information. So tell us your website, tell us where we can find your clothes, and then tell us your information for your music side of things. And I'll make sure the link's up too.
So my clothes, my website is it's high-end-cc.com.
Okay.
And you can you place orders. It's just things on there. I'm at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna pause just pause the site for a minute until I rework everything and I get all my new stuff, and then we gonna come back. It's gonna be a total new high end,
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then everything's fun. I'm like I said, I'm with Sal & Co. I'm not hard to find. My Instagram is Chitown Shake. My Twitter is Chitown Shake. You ask me on Clubhouse, I'm Chitown Shake. So I'm around. People know they want to get out with me. Now I get out with me.
Man, that's love, man. I appreciate you
Yeah.
coming in, checking in. We're rolling out today. Man, this was dope. Definitely will be doing this again. You know, anything you want to leave us
Oh,
with?
man, I think we touched on everything. I just want to tell everybody, man, show more love, man. You know, let's stop talking about the hate, but let's just show more love. You know, we got some real special. We got a lot of talent in the city of Chicago. You know, and we want the world to see it. I want the younger generation to just realize, you know, if we wipe ourselves out, we made their job easier. You know, like let's put these guns down. Let's educate these kids. Let's show them how to be leaders. I want to create a boss, like a boss. You know what I'm saying? I want to create leaders. People who lead is more impactful. You know, everybody want to be the king. I like to be the king maker.
Mm-hmm.
You can birth. You're gonna be king once, but a king maker can birth multiple kings. And that's just me. We gotta, and I always say this: we have to change what they respect, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my thing. Like I change respect, you know. At the end of the day, respect something real, you know. You know, and stay true to who you are.
Yeah, man. You a wise brother, Shake.
Which I appreciate.
Man,
Thank you for
appreciate
having me.
you
Though.
as well. Thank you so
Rock
much
on.
for
So,
checking in with us. Absolutely. And for all of
man,
our
I've been
viewers,
rocking out for real. Like I've been rolling out for a long time. You
oh
know,
man,
like
about
I
time
really
we connect in. Man, dope.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. All our viewers, make sure you guys get in tune with Chitown Shake. He is doing some amazing things in the entertainment industry, the music industry, as well as in Chicago. Definitely get in tune with the brother. We appreciate you guys for checking in with us. Until next time, peace.
Peace.